Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to Friday Night Stamp Therapy. We have rescheduled our normal Thursday evening video because Thomas graduated last night. Yay! That's why congratulations are in order for him. I changed the note. I think I originally had it in the video description. But yes, Thomas had his commencement ceremony yesterday. He graduated from our local community college with an associate's degree in construction management. We are so proud of him. And he's getting ready to join the workforce, starting with an internship this summer. And we'll see how that pans out. But I have a special guest with me today. Mom is here. Susan LaCroix in the house. Both my parents, actually. They came for Tom's graduation, and we're so excited to spend some extra time together. And I love having me some Sue Stampers. Sue Stamper Susan. Susan Stamper. Susan Stamper.
There you go.
I'm not sure if I said it, but if I didn't, Susan LaCroix is my mother. I'm so blessed to have such an amazing mom. And we get to celebrate Mother's Day together this year. So if you haven't already, check out her channel. We will be filming our Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie video. And you definitely want to make sure that you are subscribed to her channel so you don't miss out. I've seen the project she plans to share with you. We haven't filmed it yet, but it's pretty amazing. I feel intimidated. Like I gotta bring it this week. It's really an amazing card. You're gonna love it. We are sharing. What's the name of this suite? Unbounded Love.
Is it Unbounded Love?
Let's take a look. Oh my gosh. Okay. The suites are in here, aren't they?
Create it your way. Creating your way. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think Creativity your way.
Yeah.
They don't have them listed. Let's just check it out here.
We're still learning the catalog.
I know, it's so true. And still playing with everything. I'm so excited about all this new stuff and like picking out more as I'm looking through. Oh, I forgot to order that. Unbounded Beauty. This is the one that we're featuring this Sunday. So make sure that you come back on Sunday and check out our videos. There are two really fun bundles here in the designer paper. And Mom brought the wrong dies. I know we promised a video with the country birdhouse. We were going to case this project. But I think we're just going to have to do it another time. Unless we can, we'll have to check with some neighboring demonstrators and see if someone has dies we can borrow. Otherwise, we'll just have to make it next time we're together and do a special video. Last week, we featured Country Wood, so if you missed that one, be sure that you check that out. I know. So many amazing projects. Okay, tonight, though, I am going to case the catalog. I love doing this every time there's a new catalog. We do a team challenge where we case the catalog, and if you're brand new and haven't seen my Case the Catalog videos before, you might be saying, what the heck do you mean case the catalog? So case, C-A-S-E, stands for a couple different things. What do you say?
Copy and share everything.
I like the version that is copy and selectively edit because I like to make little changes and make them my own. Sometimes though, I just copy the projects right how they are in the catalog. And there are some amazing project ideas. My favorite thing about a new catalog always is the projects. And we just have so many really good ones. And I marked all the pages that were inspiring me. Hey, but before we get there, I talked about this in the catalog overview. We have a whole section here that is for step-by-step crafting. And so I don't know, you probably know this because I talk about it. We've got 2 new kits collections that are released every single month. And so we had 2 new ones in May, and I was just putting them together today. So let me show you those amazing kits. 2 of them, you can find them in the online store at juliedavison.com/shop. And just check out the whole kits collection. So here's one of them, and this actually had a little sneak peek, this one right here. It's called City Sites, and this is a stamping kit. So sometimes we have stamping kits and sometimes we have non-stamping kits. The stamping kit includes a block and stamps and a little ink spot. So this one came with Pebbled Path, which is one of the in colors. And then It was interesting though because it didn't have any sentiments. The sentiments were all pre-printed. So we have sort of like a combination of some pre-printed elements and some stamping for this one. And I just love the textures. The sort of like
I do too.
the ribbed, and then these are die cut pieces that you can.
But what a phenomenal!
I know.
And the cards are hand painted by our artists at Stampin Up.
Yes, they always do such a phenomenal job.
do.
And the backside has a little printing on it too. They're white inside, and it comes with coordinating envelopes.
Oh, look at the envelope.
I know, I love it. These are great masculine cards, but truly, I mean, I think anybody would love these, especially someone who lives in the city or just loves going to the city. So we got a happy birthday and thinking of you today. So this is one of them. This kit is called City Sights, and it does include some stamps. So you have the image there that you can then make more stamps with. And that's a fun thing about the kits, is having those exclusive stamps that aren't available anywhere else. Marsha's saying, I wonder why kits when there's already paper pumpkin. So here's a fun fact you might not know, but paper pumpkin is only available in North America.
Yes.
So US and Canada only. And so that means like all of our friends who live in the South Pacific and in Europe, they don't get a chance to get paper pumpkin kits. And if you're not familiar, paper pumpkin is very similar to the kits collection, except it's a surprise. And so some people don't like surprises. They like to know exactly what they're getting, but they come in a similar size box. They are all inclusive in that they have everything that you need to make the project. So kits collection, 2 new ones every month. And then if you like surprises, paper pumpkin's kind of the same thing, except you don't know exactly what it's going to look like. Sometimes we get a little hints on themes, but we don't always know exactly. And the other thing about the kits collection is we got a variety of prices.
Yes.
Because all of the paper pumpkin kits include stamps, but not all of the kits collection includes stamps. And here's an example: the Hello Holly Hawks kit. Oh my gosh, I know the colors here are just gorgeous. They make me think of you. It's some of my favorite colors, like the Calypso Coral, the Petal Pink, the beautiful greens. And so this one has 3 each of 3 different designs, and I think it's like $14 or something.
I think so, yeah. I mean, it is very reasonable.
I love the price points on some of these kits. So there's no stamping in this one. It's just kind of a great way. In fact, I would actually put these together in a waiting room today. And so like seriously, I just got them out, and I had my little earbuds in, and I just went to town and made these. It didn't take that long. It's pretty quick.
No.
I punched out all the pieces, and I prefer my my stamp and seal, and so I did bring my own adhesive. This one's running out, so that one's not as bad.
Using it earlier.
That's okay. Anyway, this is the Hollyhocks kit. So pretty. We've got hello, thinking of you, and thanks. So some really great greetings there. And if you don't like the sentiments, you can always turn over the tag and stamp something different.
Or cut some cardstock and do what you want.
Exactly. And then this one's got cute envelopes too. So everything you need to make the cards. I've been noticing that these kits have been coming with the tear and tape.
Yes, I have
instead
too.
of the glue dots, which I
much prefer.
I do much prefer the tear and tape. So now I've got all these like little partial rolls of tear and tape everywhere. I'm just gonna start using them up. Anyway, okay. New kits collections. These are just the 2 that started in May, but we've got a whole selection in the online store for you to check out, and there'll be 2 new ones every single month, which I love. And you know what? I'm gonna do it again. I think I gave this sneak peek on Sunday, but since we're talking about kits, when I was on the Mexico incentive trip, asterisk less than 1% of demonstrators earn the incentive trip, we received a sneak peek of a new kit that's coming out in July. So we've got to wait 2 more months for this one. It's called Expressions of Kindness. And I didn't quite put it together yet. There's a little close-up, but just gorgeous. You were talking about the artist painted stuff.
Julie.
I mean, look at the foil on that too.
Oh my God.
I know, and the envelopes to match. So this one has 4 each of 2 different cards, and then there's these. We're gonna have to make some of these up tomorrow.
Yeah, we are.
I mean, just absolutely stunning.
Gorgeous.
Stunning, stunning, stunning. Okay,
It
so this one's
comes
called...
with ribbon.
It does. It comes with some white ribbon.
Look at those gems.
I know. And these are actually the same gems I used on the Hollyhock kit. And then some stamps there. And Blackberry Bliss for the ink. So just a little sneak peek.
Oh, I'm going to order more than one of those.
Oh my gosh. I know. I have a whole, like, I just buy them every time they come out. So I have a whole stack of them. And I need to just start doing them. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. I know that one definitely is going to sell out fast, Katie. Okay, so we're casing the catalog tonight, and I love going through and just flagging pictures of cards that I love and the layouts and stuff. But one of my favorite resources for helping me in casing the catalog is that sample recipe document. And this is what Stampin' Up! Puts together. So this isn't from me, but I've just linked it up in the comments or in the chat and also in the video description for you. So this is my little graphic, the condensed version, but this is what it actually looks like. And it's like 150 pages or something like that. Yeah. So you essentially have a cover page, and then there's 2 projects for every... I thought that said Julie. It says Jute. Just seeing my name everywhere. So there's 2 projects on each one, and it just kind of details like the colors and the tools and the embellishments. Sometimes there are instructions, but it's not meant to be like, it's not a tutorial document. It's just meant to be a project supply list.
Like a recipe.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say a recipe, because to me a recipe is like, this is how to make it.
Oh, this is true.
So
I'm thinking more ingredients.
Yes,
and measurements.
It's an ingredient list.
There you go.
So I love it though, because sometimes I'm looking and I'm like, oh, what designer paper is that, or where is that hay stamps at? So then you can look it up on the project supply list, and you can check it out. So it's linked up. I've pinned it in the chat. It's also in the video description if you're watching the replay. And I have it also linked up on my blog, so you can check that out too at juliedavison.com. So today I flagged some pages, and we've talked about this, I know, a couple times. I feel like we're just beating it to death, but I love this feature of the new catalog. Is 22. I'm writing it right there. I'm right there, and anyway. We talk about basic card design here on this page, and down at the bottom are some sketches, some card layouts to kind of inspire you for how to lay out your card. Because I think when you're first starting to stamp, especially, like, it just feels like I have all this stuff and I know how to use it, but I don't know how to put it together. And so I just love that they kind of break it down. And I already was doing this. Like I've shown you before how I go through the catalog and I take a notebook and I kind of just like sketch out projects. In fact, I will show you when we get ready. Oh, there's a dog right under me. Hi, sweetheart.
That's mine, I'll bet.
It is yours. I'll show you how I sketch them out. But I wanted to point out that these little icons are throughout the catalog, and Stampin' Up! Is already pointing out, like, this card here is that layout. It's small. They can make it a little bigger. But not all the cards match up with the layout, but they do kind of show you, like, I was looking at this layout, and it's that one from the sketch page. So I've identified lots of inspiration here. And so we're going to kind of go through and make some cards. And the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to case it almost exactly as it is, because that is what this book is all about, is for inspiration to copy and share. So I have pulled up the page here on this project. I just love this one. It caught my eye because it's so graphic with the colors. And these colors, well, first let me show you this paper. Wildly Flowering is not a suite that we were able to order early. So I just got it in one of my first catalog orders, and it highlights the previous in colors, the Moody Mauve, the Pebbled Path, Wild Wheat, the Love It or Hate It, Love It or Hate It Wild Wheat. And I feel like if you love those colors, then this paper really appeals to you. And if you're not feeling it, then maybe not so much. How do you feel about these colors?
I love the colors. Even Wild Wheat. And when I first got it, all I could think of was baby poop brown. Yes.
I was just thinking, I'm going to copy this one as it is, but we should then change the colors, and we should copy this with different paper and different colors
yeah.
and show how to change it up. So we're gonna make this card twice. But here's this gorgeous paper, Wildly Flowering, and this is a 12 by 12 paper. I've just cut it down to make it easier to show and work with here. So the colors, Moody Mauve, Misty Moonlight, yeah, Crumb Cake, Wild Wheat, Mossy Meadow, Gorgeousness. Also in this suite, we've got this fun embossing folder. It is called the Dashing Designs. And here's what it looks like, all embossed. It kind of reminds me of like a quilted,
yeah.
Okay, honestly, it reminds me of a paper towel.
Julie.
I'm sorry. A quilted paper towel, doesn't it? I'm going to call it the paper towel embossing folder.
I use that on Tom's graduation card. So I put a paper towel in there.
It does look like a paper towel. It's a fun stitch design. I love the texture. I love the texture that embossing folders add.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's embellishments. I have to get those out. And then this stamp set. What appealed to me about this stamp set was the fun die shapes. We've got these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexagon.
See, I don't know.
A pentagon is 5. I think hexagon is 6.
I thought hexagon was 8.
No, octagon is 8.
Oh, you're right.
Okay, hexagon I think is the right one. Okay, so it's got this great shape that I think is just really versatile. And so there are 3 different dies here. There's the large one, which you can kind of see here. So it die cuts like a border and then an inside piece. And the inside piece also has the stitching on it. And then we have a scallop one that die cuts, and it die cuts also the center out as well. You can see it here. And then a smaller one that fits in there. And so then there's some dies that coordinate with the stamp set, Wildflower Designs, which has some wildflowers and some really great scripty words. Sending happy thoughts. You've been on my mind, and thank you. Okay, so let me grab out behind me. I just got, I think I put them away. I was trying to clean up before Mom came because, oh my God, it was a disaster in this house. Here are the embellishments. I just ordered those too. Let me put that away. These are kind of fun. They're actually, like smaller. They're smaller than I thought. Yeah. And they have you seen these in person? They have like this. Sorry, like showing Mom off camera. Yeah. They kind of have like a texture, like a bumpy to them, but they're small, like that. Yeah. They're smaller than I expected. And these are called the adhesive backed textured dots, but they're kind of like a metallic, like a.
I may have to order some more of
gold.
Those. I got the sweet, but I haven't even opened it yet because it came just before we were leaving.
Okay, let's put this card together. I did some die cutting ahead of time so I can show you. This is the card that I'm going to copy. And I think let's do it once as is, and then let's change up the colors because I think that these dies are super fun, and I don't want you to get hung up on not liking the color of the designer paper and thus not liking everything else, because I think it's a really beautiful stamp set. Okay, so here's our paper towel in Misty Moonlight. And the original card is just the textured card, but I don't like to do that for my card base. I like to put it on another layer just because I feel like when you open it up, it's kind of, I don't know, not unfinished. That's not the right word. I just like to kind of layer that out a little bit. So I'm going to put it on a piece of basic white thick cardstock for our for the card base.
No, Bella, are you studying this? So you can she's just watching you so intently.
And I've done some die cutting ahead of time, so I wanted to show you that scallop die does cut it into 2 pieces. So I've cut it twice. I've cut it once with white, and I've cut it once with a baby poop. Wild wheat. And I'm going to use the wild wheat frame with the white center, and then I used the smaller hexagon to die cut the designer paper. And so this is going to layer on. So that's how we get that little white border.
Very pretty.
I know, isn't that really gorgeous? So I'm just going to do some, let's see here. You know, let's do like a little, we're going to kind of do a cheater thing to put them together. So first let's do some regular adhesive on the back of a hexagon. You guys have to tell me in the comments, are you a fan of this suite or do you need convincing? It's okay. Do you have this one? You said you ordered it, Mom?
I did. Yeah, it just came. So I haven't even, I think I put everything away in it to try to get ready to come. So I could have grabbed the wrong dies.
Do you clean your house before you leave too?
Yeah.
I don't always. I used to try.
I try. I try anyway.
So I cleaned for you and you cleaned for you at home too.
Yeah.
It's always nice to come home to a clean house.
Well, that's kind of why I did it.
Do you guys clean before you travel?
Water
Ooh,
plant.
Heather said I was not going to get it. I like how that sounds hopeful. Like she's changing her mind.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get it. She said I was not going to get it. That was evil. But we're gonna change your mind, Heather.
Just like the bird's nest or the bird house.
Yes, yes, yes.
Have you ordered it yet, Julie?
I don't know. I just put another order in, and I always do this. It's like going to the grocery store. Like I was gonna order the birdhouse dies, and I ordered like all this other stuff except the birdhouse dies. But there was also something else I was supposed to order on the order, and I forgot too.
Yeah. I know the feeling.
Okay, I showed, I didn't say, but what I did was I put tear and tape between the layers to kind of glue them together because I want to pop them up off the texture. And so I tried to add the frame and the center together, if that makes sense. So this is going to go right in the center. And gosh, I just love it.
It really is pretty.
Now, the original card, embossed, what color is that?
Is that Pebble? That's not Pebble Path, is it?
Early espresso. Interesting. That does not look early espresso.
Oh.
I guess I kind of see it now. I did think it looked more Pebble Path, but I forgot to plug in my heat tool. I guess I could have you plug it in for me. Should we emboss or should we just put a little, I kind of just feel like maybe just a little white.
White. Yeah.
We'll use a little white. Well, here's some white. Look at that. I just have that on my desk. Let's cut a little piece. And I'm going to do... Every time. I would just have a heart attack at home all the time. I think someone came in the house and Bella is such a good little guard dog. So I'm going to do the... oh, that is almost cut off. Ooh. Double check all my stamps. I think they're okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do the thank you. And I put the sticker on the block, and then I'm going to take the paper backing off the stamp and then line it up. Okay, so I should get this catalog out of the way. I feel like I'm just stamping on the catalog. Is it hard to see? Oh. Oh, Helen says her husband jokes that my husband jokes that I clean for the robbers.
Dear.
That reminds me, one time I cleaned my stamp room. One time. No, I'm just kidding. I clean my stamp room all the time. But one time in particular, I did a major clean of my stamp room. This was at the old house. And every time I walked in after that, it startled me because I was like, oh my God, somebody robbed me because like everything was so clean. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh, Julie.
We're going to use Misty Moonlight to stamp the thank you. And then we're going to stamp on the white. I feel like that didn't stamp all the way. Let's try the other side. that crooked?
I don't think so. It's scripty, so it has kind of that.
It's crooked on the block. I'm gonna go with the first one because it's somehow less crooked. And scissors. Let's see. Is that too big? Do we want it to be skinnier? I don't know if it can be skinnier. Hold on.
You might need, yeah.
I know, I need to make it straight on the block. Even if my sticker isn't straight, I need to make it straight on the block. Okay, that's better. I'm gonna cut a skinny. Oops, I already have the paper cutter out. Just move it over. And I'm gonna do, I think that was 3/4 of an inch. I'm gonna do like 5/8 inch. Let's see how we can make that fit. It kind of cuts off the Y. Julie, just go with it already. Good grief. Christina, she says cleaning and putting things on the floor doesn't count.
What?
Mom can attest my floor is clean.
It is, Christina.
But
I'm in here.
But you are right. I do feel called out because a lot of times my cleaning the desk off means just moving it to the floor. But this time, I did. I cleaned the floor. I went through this week. I went through some just boxes of things that have just been clogging up the floor. I've been trying to pack up the old stuff and get it out of here. Honestly, mostly so that you could walk in here and be able to sit next to me tonight because it's been pretty bad. All right, don't open the closet. I actually don't have a closet in my stamp room, which is tricky. So I have to box things up and take it to the basement where it just
lives.
Yeah. The kids have to deal with it down there. I don't have to deal with it down there. No, I'm going to leave that. Okay, so we've got our thank you on here, and we're going to add some gems. And then we're going to say we're done and try it with a different color combination. So here is our finished card. Isn't it pretty? I love this. Let's open up our catalog and figure out where we were.
Look at that.
I cased it pretty close there. The one thing I would say is the paper pattern that I cut doesn't have as much of the wild wheat in it, and so I think it feels a little
Oh, I don't know. I think it's fine.
Okay, let's try this with a different color. Like different paper. And how about that Unbounded Love that we're going to use? Should we do that? Okay, so let's get that paper out really quick. Hold on. I didn't plan for this. I didn't plan very well today. I didn't plan today well. Okay, so we are going to need to pick some colors and some designer paper. So first, I'm leaning towards, well, what else do we have here? Oh, I love this one. That one.
Oh, there you go.
I love this one. Okay, so let's do this one for our inside bit. Okay, and then I'm thinking we should do petunia for the embossed piece.
Okay.
And let's cut another strip for the greeting. The embossed piece is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And
you'll need a white piece.
oh yeah, what color should the frame be?
Oh.
I guess then the Summer Splash. Or should the frame be in Petunia Pop and...
Maybe the card base should be the Summer Splash.
Yes. Okay, let's switch that up. So the Petunia Pop with the frame. And then the card base and Summer Splash. These are, oops, is that Summer Splash? Yeah.
Yes.
It is so close to the Shy Shamrock.
Yeah.
Okay, Summer Splash. These are 2 new in colors. So gorgeous. And we're going to do white for the card base. So we'll emboss that. And
you need 2. Oh.
Did you get caught?
Yeah.
Oh, with the sticky strip?
Yeah. Because you want the white piece too, right?
Yes.
So you want that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's going to be...
So you're going to do 2 of those.
One white and 1 petunia. Mm-hmm. And then the embossing folder that goes with this suite is that pretty eyelet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. And let's get that out. Did I clean too well? Do I know where my stuff is? Yes, right here. Okay. We'll bring in one of the Unbounded Love stamps for the words. Oh, have a blessed day. I think that's going to be a good one.
Nice.
So will you put that on a block for me?
I will.
And also clean up our thank you.
Yes, that's what part of my job was. And I'm sitting here
You're
watching you.
Slacking.
Yeah.
Summer Splash for the greeting. Yes. No.
Petunia Pop, maybe.
Yes. No. Summer, because we're gonna do the.
Okay.
We could do Petunia Pop.
That works. Whatever works.
You guys vote for the sentiment. Should we stamp in Summer Splash or Petunia Pop?
Yes. Because either one will work very nicely.
Okay, I'm going to emboss first. So I've got my eyelet embossing folder. That's what this is called, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. I'm calling it the wrong name. It's not the paper towel embossing folder. You are right, Melissa. The eyelet one does go with the Country Wood Suite. Is there an embossing folder for
this too?
Is there an embossing folder for the Unbounded Beauty?
I don't know.
We can use it for this one too, can't we?
I'm trying to think what it would be.
I mean, there's several new embossing folders. There's not. Oh, there's that specialty paper and the glitter paper.
Okay.
But that's okay. We're going to use that. Might be slightly crooked. That's okay. All right. And then we're going to do some die cutting here. Sorry I didn't have this one done ahead of time. That's what happens when you change your mind and do something different. Sending that through. Donna is sewing a baby quilt. Oh, for Becca, yes. I love that.
And I think there's a quilted embossing folder.
The paper towel one. There is another one that is very quilted look.
Yeah.
I think I got that one. Maybe I didn't. I was going to, and I didn't add it to my card
I
yet.
did not. I hadn't seen it before, so it's actually on its way because I also had to put it in another order just because.
I know. We're silly. We have to pace ourselves sometimes, or we go broke. Okay. I'm gonna have you put the dies back on the.
On here?
On the yeah. Thank you.
Sure.
Let's. Oh my, we just have. Gotta clean as we go. Do you guys clean as you go? Sometimes I just go and I just don't stop. And then I clean up later. That's why my room is always a mess, because I just go.
And I'm scared about losing a die. You know, something like one of these little
No,
ones.
you lost one recently, didn't you?
Never did find it.
You never did find
Nope.
it? That's such a bummer.
Yep. It is. That's my big fear. So I try to put those away, or put them in a safer spot till I can get them put away.
I'm gonna ask you guys which one you like better. I feel like I already know the answer, so you can be thinking about it. Oh, did we say which one we wanted to stamp our sentiment in? Did we choose Petunia, or did we choose Summer Splash? Let me go back and see. I see 2 votes. Summer Splash and Petunia Pop. Okay, you guys have to help decide. But I see 2 votes for the same opposite colors again. Okay.
We'll leave that till last.
I know. Let's. We're gonna do that thing we were doing before with the tear and tape to kind of combine these layers together. Now we got some votes. Petunia Summer, Petunia Summer. Still kind of split. It looks like maybe Petunia's gonna win. I typically go with the darker color when it comes to greetings.
Yeah.
Why is there a gap there? Huh. It's weird.
Are there gems with this one?
There are. Yes.
Yes. Sparkle.
Oh my God, it's so pretty.
They are so pretty.
I shouldn't have done the other one first, because now I know which one you guys are gonna pick. It's a different look. Like the darker colors, and these are brighter colors. Like this is very summer.
It's the in color shimmers, right?
It's actually supposed to be the opaque ones. This is gonna drive me crazy. What is going on with that? Okay.
That's not it.
I'm not sure why there is a gap, but the gap is going to drive me bananas. So I'm going to take a little piece of white and just kind of bump it up there so that the gap is less obvious. You probably didn't even notice at home because it's not very apparent. Okay. And then we have a blessed day. We're going to do that in Petunia Pop. Oh, Lori, I do feel so lucky to have Mom and that we get to spend time together, especially on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day to all of you. I hope that you are also able to spend time with family this weekend, whether it's mothers or daughters, granddaughters, or
the husbands are cooking us breakfast on Sunday, so that'll be good because they are both good cooks.
Oh, every time. Oh my gosh.
Sorry about that, you guys. She's old. What can I say?
She is. I don't know what she hears. Like, my dogs do the same thing sometimes, just randomly just randomly, did you find the colors?
No.
They're right here. Oh.
But here's some sparkly
I think I'm gonna use some of the opaque ones.
Okay.
I like the way that they stick out.
I like sparkle.
Okay. Have a blessed day. Let's add some of these are the ones that are currently unavailable,
Yeah.
but they're coming, I think, next week.
I think so.
They'll be back soon.
Yep. Oh, so pretty.
Boop. All right, so we cased the catalog almost exactly. And then we changed the colors and used the same layout and made it a second card. So this or that.
Oh, no. Don't ask me.
I know they're so different, you know, the look and feel by changing up the colors and stuff. So if you love the brighter colors, you're going to love that one. And if you like the darker colors, then you're going to like this. We got that. We got a this. Susan says she loves the blue. They're both blue. Kind of, right? Susan, you gotta pick.
Yeah.
This, that. You guys are really split. I'm seeing actually more of this. I know exactly. Katie says this for fall, that for summer. Susan likes the darker blue. This. I'm really surprised. I thought you guys were going to like that better.
Interesting.
I'm kind of split too. Okay, well, this was our first case of the catalog, and we got a bonus card out of it because I decided to make a second color version. But we were casing the catalog. That's what we are doing today. And so going back to this page, I want to case another project on this page because I just love the simplicity of this one. And so I feel like I want to just make that. It's going to be pretty quick though because it is a very simple card. So let's stick with the original colors and using the original stamp set, the wildflower designs. And so actually I'm going to need to mount a couple more stamps. Also, Mom, I think I need you to plug in the, is it already plugged in? Nope. There's on the other side, there's an extension cord, and there's two plugs on one side. That's the lamps. Don't unplug those. And then the one that's opposite, you can. Does that make sense?
I'll let you know in a minute.
Okay. All right. We use a lot of stamps for this one. Be careful.
So the cord is caught under the.
Oh.
Did I mess up your?
No. I'm not sure if anyone noticed the lamp just went.
Yeah.
Leaned over a little bit.
All right.
Trying to keep up with your comments. Oh. Okay. I'm just gonna put the stickers on these really quick. And if I look back at that project supply list, I can see the colors that Stampin' Up! Used for this card. And so the colors on this one are Wild Wheat, Mossy Meadow, Misty Moonlight, and some Crumb Cake. And so we are going to use those colors. And I want an even smaller block here. This one. Thank you, Mom, for getting that.
Sure. If we did it right, we'll know in a minute. Okay.
Yes, Mary Catherine, the Heartfelt Hexagon Punch is going to be available again. Could you look that up on your phone and see?
Sure.
I know it's been out for a while, and it actually came back in and then sold out again really quickly. I had one right there. Yeah, we'll check on that and see if we can get a date. Oh, Jillian, I'm so sorry to hear that your mom is sick on her birthday, no less. I hope that she's feeling better soon. Okay, we were going to use Misty Moonlight and Wild Wheat and some crumb cake. And then the sentiment. This one says, sending happy thoughts. That's such a good one because you can use it for so many different occasions. We're not done recording, Dad.
But you're not actively recording?
No, we're actively recording. Dad's so patiently watching a game. Does he have the sound through his hearing aid?
I don't know.
Okay, so we're going to do Mossy Meadow for the card base. Let's bring that in here. There we go. And some whites. Now I have a whole stack of inserts pre-cut that are 4 inches by 5 1/4. So I'm going to take that and cut it down. And this looks like it is, I'm going to say, gosh, I almost feel like 3.5 by 5, 3.5. I'm going to say 3.5 by 5 because it looks a little skinny. And then we need a little strip of the Sending Happy Thoughts to go across. And that's going to be in Misty Moonlight. So I actually cut 2 white ones, one for the front, one for the back. One for the inside, not the back. And I have some paper. Some grid paper here so we can stamp over the edge. So this is going to be super simple stamping, which is just my style. I'm going to start with the large one in the lightest ink color, and that is the Wild Wheat. And so this we're going to kind of do like diagonal across the card. So we got Wild Wheat, and then I'm going to stamp next in the Mossy Meadow. And then we're going to bring in some of that Misty Moonlight. Super simple stamping. But you know what I should have been doing this whole time is I should have been stamping something on the inside as well. So let me bring some of these back in here and stamp in the corner.
Oh, that's so pretty. I love the colors. I love those 2 colors together.
Yeah. Okay. Super, super, super simple. And this card does not have any embossing folder. It does not have any designer paper. If you wanted to step up the card, you certainly could add, you know, some of those things. I think it would be really pretty too to use the paper towel embossing folder to emboss after you stamp.
Yes. And that gives it kind of that quilty look.
I don't know. You guys vote on this. Should we keep it super simple, or should we emboss the white piece? So emboss or no emboss? Well, texture. Paper, do you say paper towel or no paper towel? Because I don't want to confuse. We definitely are going to emboss the greeting, and I'm going to get out some of my embossing tools for that. Now in the new catalog, there's some new and improved embossing powders, and they're not available yet.
Not yet.
So if you don't have any embossing powders, hold tight. They are coming soon. One of the things I love is our embossing additions toolkit. And I am going to just get out some of my old embossing powders, which would be the white. The embossing additions toolkit comes with the tweezers, and it comes with a brush and the embossing buddy. Yes. The embossing buddy. Okay, so those are kind of the essentials.
Could I see your catalog for a moment?
Yeah.
So the hexagon punch is not available yet.
Okay, we don't have a date though?
Nope, no date yet.
All right, so we're going to use a Versamark pad, and embossing powder, and then the embossing additions toolkit is just sort of some extra accessories. But the other thing we definitely need for embossing is the tool, the heat tool. And so this has two settings. It has low and it has high and off. I guess that's 3 settings. We're going to start with the embossing buddy, and this just kind of runs over the cardstock to get rid of any of the oil from your hands or extra ink or other things that might be interfering with the embossing powder, because we want the embossing powder and only the embossing powder to stick to our sentiment. So this is going to be right in the center, sending happy thoughts. And the watermark ink, the Versamark, is kind of clear, so it's going to be very difficult to see until we add the embossing powder. Doot, 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 doot. And then it's like magic, it just shows up. So you can use the brush to brush the excess off the edges. We can use the tweezers to hold it while we're embossing. And then this can all funnel back into the jar. I'm going to pass that over to Mom. If nothing else, we'll just cap it for now.
Exactly.
And then we're going to heat this up until the powder melts and becomes raised. Oh my gosh, it's like magic. It turns bright and white. You can see it even more with the metallic colors, but with the white, you can definitely see it get darker. And so I can tell when the whole thing has been embossed. I'll get that out of the way. Okay, what did we decide on the, you know what, Lori, I don't know what's new about the embossing powders. All I've seen is just new and improved. And since we haven't been able to order them yet, I'm not sure what that means. I don't know if that's, yeah, it's probably, like Deborah said, it's probably just a change of companies. But I don't know if it's maybe thicker or if there's some other component that makes it.
I'm anxious to get my hands on it though.
Yes, for sure. Okay, let's see what we decided about the embossed texture. I think most people are saying emboss it, so that's a fun look. Let's see what it looks like not embossed, and then we'll emboss it and we'll look at it again. So we have our sending happy thoughts, and I'm going to use the scissors and give it a little trim on both ends, and just kind of an angle there. Oh, I actually wanted that to go all the way across. Julie. Just gonna give it a little trim.
You'll make it go on.
Yeah, I will make that go all the way across. I trimmed too much. Oh well. Okay, that's good. So that's what it looks like plain. And let's see what it looks like with the texture. I'm actually just going to lean down and do this on the floor instead of bringing the whole thing up. But we're just going to put that paper towel embossing folder.
Let's see what the other one looks like, the eyelet.
Oh, the eyelets?
Yeah.
No, I think this
Okay.
one. And I think the eyelet is too, like it's, the proportion isn't right for these flowers.
Actually, the new crochet embossing folder might be.
The crochet.
Yeah.
Is that the new one I don't have?
Yeah, it is because I missed it, and so I happened to stumble across it, and I was in the middle of putting an order in, so I like it.
That's kind of fun.
I like that a lot.
So here's where we get into the selectively edit part, when we choose to make changes to the card and kind of make it our own and do our own thing. So that's what we did here. Did I do it backwards? I think I might have. I don't know. It could go either way. All right. So this is going to go right in the center. And we're going to add some, you know what this really needs? It needs some jute. Some in-colored jute.
There you go.
And, oh my gosh, I'm spilling all over here. In-colored jute. Here we go. But this jute is so thick. It's really, really, really super thick. And so I'm going to take what's supposed to be wild wheat, but looks like something else. And I'm going to pull it apart so that it's not so thick. And we're just going to separate. And I think we can get like three
strands.
Yeah. So there's one. And I'm just kind of like untwisting and then pulling.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got some strands, and I'm just gonna do a little. What do you think? You seem very unsure.
Yeah.
Another way is to tie a bow, and then you can put the bow behind there with really big loops.
Nope, I like the other way better.
Do you?
Yeah.
I was gonna say I kind of like that one.
Oh.
Loopy loop bows. But some of you are saying just leave it off.
Oh.
I think that there's a hesitation. It is very, oh my gosh, very messy sometimes. Yes, a lot of no jute, no jute, no jute.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Can I see the jute?
Yeah. Let's put some Stampin' Dimensionals on this. Judy says it hides the floral. Yeah, I think because the wild wheat flowers are so close to the center that it does kind of
But
mask that a little bit. Let's see what Mom's got going on. I might be pulling something apart here.
no, I don't have to pull anything apart. I'm just
I don't mind pulling it apart, you know.
No, I don't. I know you don't. This stuff is shedding.
Okay. I do think, though, that we need some of the embellishments. Did those get put away?
Oh, here. But I don't think they got put away, did they? Did I put them away?
Yep.
I did. I'm
That's
so
okay.
sorry. No, this isn't coming like I want to, so we're done. And if you'll hand me the other jute, I'll put this all away.
Thank you. Okay. Sending happy thoughts. You're right, Fonda. I haven't pulled apart yet today.
Oh,
we're overdue. We're overdue for some pulling apart.
Yeah, we all saw this video.
That's true. That's true. Okay, let's take a look at our original project inspiration. I did make a few changes, not a lot of changes. Actually, you know what? They already had gems. I added the gems too. So I guess the only change I made was the embossing, adding the embossing folder. I also did some angles on the sides there.
Yeah.
All right, so we cased 2 projects from this same page. Loving that so far. And like we're rolling in on an hour, but I'm gonna case one more because we always make 3 projects, and this one I've been really wanting to copy. It was these beautiful projects that inspired me to get the poised peony stamp set. I just thought these were so gorgeous, and you know what, they're just my colors. I think that's part of it too. This is kind of in the quick and easy section. So we talked about the kit section, the easy crafting, and then the next section of the catalog is, what is this called? Quick and easy options. And so these are kind of when you're transitioning from being a new stamper and using the kits, although everyone can use the kits, they're not just for new stampers. Stepping from kits to making your own cards. The quick and easy options offer some really easy crafting with the ephemera packs and the card bases that you can mix and match. They're not just for beginners. You can use these for scrapbooking. You can use these for cards. You can dress them up as much as you want. But one of the other really fun things that's part of this section of the catalog is this new paper that's called Frames and Flowers. And this one is, we had another paper like this, He's the Man designer paper. And it comes with not only designer paper, but also some die cuts. So I'm gonna take the whole thing out so you can see. We've got 3 pieces of designer paper that are double-sided. And then we also have some die cut frames and another piece of designer paper, and then some die cut pieces. And there are 2 different sheets of those. So 3 sheets of die cuts, 3 sheets of designer paper. And so this just makes for some really quick and easy crafting. And I wanted to case this project here. This is actually, it's actually a box, but I want to make a card because I don't use gift boxes very often. So I'm going to take this frame, which is the same one that they used. And these colors, aren't they gorgeous?
They really are pretty.
It is, I don't even know what colors these are. The package says, let's take a look. Early Espresso, Garden Green, Granny Apple Green, Lost Lagoon, Old Olive, Petal Pink, Pretty Peacock, Pumpkin Pie, Shaded Spruce, and Soft Seafoam.
Oof.
I know, right? You say Petal Pink. So we're going to use this, and for the designer paper, oh my gosh. I was going to use the Petal Pink, but I also really love that. Okay. So, vote. Time to vote. Lost Lagoon or Petal Pink. Here is the frame. And they use the Petal Pink, but I really think I love the contrast against the Lost Lagoon. So take a quick vote. In the meanwhile, I am going to get out a punch. This is, if I look at the project supply list, it will tell me that is the, what is the punch called? Elegant Edge Tag Topper Punch, which I happen to have. Yeah, everyone's saying Lost Lagoon. I'm not surprised. I think it's gorgeous on the Lost Lagoon. Okay, so originally the ink colors are Balmy Blue and Pretty Peacock, but I think we should use some of the Petal Pink and some Petal Pink and Lost Lagoon. So let me put this paper away. I'm going to hand that to you, Mom, to put back in the package. And, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. We are going to do a bit of,
I don't remember if I ordered.
bit of designer paper. Let's do 3.5 inches by 5.5. This is going to go all the way down the front of the cardstock. And I think we need to bring in, that can go back in the package too, some pretty peacock. For the card base. I think.
I don't
Pretty
remember
peacock.
unpacking this. Doggone it. I may have to put another order.
Yes, this is called Frames and Flowers, and it is on page 29. Okay, another decision, you guys, about the card base. So should we put it on Pretty Peacock or Lost Lagoon card base? And pink for the ribbon. I definitely agree there, although I don't know.
Can I make it just
Yeah.
to pull? Try and get out Granny Apple Green for the card base. What would that look like?
Okay.
I don't know what it would look like. I just am curious.
I think with the designer
Oh,
paper,
no.
yeah.
No. Okay,
Like
what are the
that's
greens?
pretty. That's pretty on there, but well, the designer paper has Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock in the paper, so
Right, but there's also, or Petal Pink as a card base.
I did think about Petal Pink.
I'm just looking at the different soft seafoam might look pretty. That's different.
I know, another option. Sometimes we have too many options, don't we? Oh, I'm seeing a lot of Pretty Peacock, but tell me now what you think about the Petal Pink. Are we changing our minds? I don't know. I'm cutting a piece of white that's 2 inches by 2.5 inches. And this is going to be, I'm going to do 2 3/4. 2 inches by 2 3/4. This is for the tag. Maybe just 2.5. Well, let's see. I'll do one that's 2.5 and one that's 2 3/4.
I'm making a mess. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh! I think you have to sandwich these in the.
I was trying to. And I kept falling apart. Don't judge me here.
Okay, it's gonna be fine. Oh, by the way, I think a great little tip for these. They're all coming apart here.
Yes, they are.
You could store them in a cello bag, or you could store them in such a hot mess, or a stamp case. That's a great tip too for the ephemera pack, is you can store them.
Do you have an empty stamp case?
Right now, let's just put it on the floor and we'll sort through it.
I'm gonna get
Okay, I introduced another option. Many of you were saying Petal or Pretty Peacock. So let's move the Lost Lagoon and we'll decide between Pretty Peacock and Petal Pink.
Can I get a vote?
Yeah, absolutely, you get a vote.
Petal Pink.
Petal Pink. I know Petal Pink has been very popular lately, which I'm happy about because Petal Pink has always been one of my favorites, and I'm sad that it doesn't get more love. But what I find with any designer paper,
Crying out loud.
just put it on the floor.
I'm fighting this darn
Oh
thing.
my gosh.
You'd all be laughing at me.
Petal Pink, I was starting to say, like, designer paper really influences my color choices. And so I think there has been more Petal Pink in designer paper lately. And thus, I've been using more Petal Pink. But it's always been one of my favorites. It'll be interesting to see with Pretty Peacock now being a new in color, which one.
You get to do it.
I told you I would. Oh, Poised Peony. Did you get this one?
That's what I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. The whole page. The whole page
If
spread.
I don't have
is
it,
so
I'm
beautiful.
gonna get it.
I'm thinking I'm seeing a lot of Petal Pink, and Mom says Petal Pink, so we're going with Petal Pink. All right, so we've got our tag here. This is whatever we said it was. This is the Elegant Edge Tag Topper Punch. And I've got one that's 2 3/4. That was kind of crooked. And one that's 2 1/2 inches. That looks too small. Let's try again. I think 2 3/4 is the right length. But we just need to put it in straight. The punch is designed to fit 2 inches across, but you could go smaller if you wanted to. Okay. 2 inches. I'll have to vacuum. All right, using that poised peony, we're going to stamp in Lost Lagoon and Petal Pink, which is a little bit different than the original sample. Oh, snap. Do you see that? We're just going to cover it with an embellishment.
Okay.
Gorgeous. Gorgeousness.
What embellishments would you like?
I don't know. What do we
Oh,
have?
I'm sorry.
The embellishments that they used were the adhesive back sequins trio, which has, I thought that retired actually. That has like a flirty flamingo. I don't think that's the right color. Ooh, yes. Those are perfect. These are the Petal Pink and Pretty Peacock. I'm going to do some, oh, that's small, one big one. Just 2?
Mm-mm. Silly girl.
Okay. And then they used the, that's so weird. I don't even see these colors in the paper at all. They used some of the Flirty Flamingo, Balmy Blue, and Lemon Lolly twine from the, I know. We're looking at this like, where are those colors even coming from? So I say we either use some linen thread, which I'm kind of liking the vibe of, or some white. Linen or white. What do you think? Mom's gonna look through the box and see what else she sees. I will warn you, there's a lot of twine in there that's not current.
This is what they told?
Yeah, this is what they used. On the original sample, they used Balmy Blue for the flower, and so they used Balmy Blue for the twine.
No.
Yeah, I know.
Did I drop that?
I dropped the dimensionals.
Okay.
Everyone's saying linen, almost unanimously.
Okay, linen it is.
Perfect.
All right.
So I give you permission, if you need it, to copy projects that are boxes and make them into cards, or make projects that are cards into boxes.
Yeah.
You can do your project your way. There is not a wrong way. And I'll hold them up again and show you so you can see. The inspiration and the finished project. What happened to my scissors? Do you see them? No, they're up right there into the phone.
I'm trying to do that quietly.
Oh.
Failed. I'm too far away from them, that's why.
All right, almost done. We're gonna just stick that. Oh, I love this so much. We're gonna stick that on with a glue dot, and
Oh, pretty.
I know, I know. The only thing I think I would change is maybe making the designer paper a little bit less wide. This was 3.5 inches, and so I think I might go like 3 1/4, or even, I don't know, 3 inches might be too small.
Huh. Well, personal preference.
You like the wider one?
No, I'm not sure. I almost have to play with it a little bit and let it sit and come back and look at it.
Yeah. Okay. Here is our finished card, and here is the inspiration. And so we changed some colors, and we obviously changed from a box to a card. But oh my goodness, if you don't have this yet, make sure to add it to your next order. The Frames and Flowers designer paper is so gorgeous, and paired with this poised peony, I think you just can't go wrong with that.
No?
So fun. Well, tonight we cased the catalog, and we had a long video, but we had a lot of fun. We made 4 cards tonight, casing 3 different projects, two cards using the same layout and changing up the colors. But I hope that you feel inspired to case the catalog too. If you haven't already, make sure to download that supply list. It's linked up in the video description for you. And this is just an aid to help you in, figuring out what they use to make on the projects and helping to be able to find the products that you need. Of course, you can use whatever you have at home to case the catalog and make projects. And so I hope that you feel inspired by the projects in the catalog and the projects that I share in these videos every week to use what you have at home and make the same layouts or do the same designs using an embossing folder and a stamp set. I mean, you could make this card with any stamp set that you've got at home, any designer paper, any embossing folder. So I hope that you feel inspired. If you enjoyed today's paper, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you enjoyed today's video, if you enjoyed today's projects, oh my gosh, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future card making videos, including Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie this coming Sunday, noon Central Time on my channel, 12:30 p.m. Central Time over on Mom's channel. Susan LaCroix, Stamping with Susan. Make sure to check it out and subscribe on her channel, because I'm telling you, you are going to love her project this week. It's amazing. So we will have those videos on Mother's Day on Sunday. If you can't watch live because you're spending time with family, we love that, and that's awesome. And just watch us on the replay when you have a chance. So if we don't see you on Sunday, happy Mother's Day to all of you. Thanks for watching, and happy stamping.
Bye.
Bye.